What is this? It's a reminder that life is not primarily the mountaintop. Listen, young people, I love you. There's more valley than mountain in life, even for Christians. Not every day is a Sabbath rest. In fact, that's why there's 6 days of work and 1 day of rest. In God's calendar, there is more faithlessness and pain and struggle on this side. And just as Jesus returned from the mountain of glory to struggle at the bottom, so did our two witnesses who were on the mountain. You know, when Moses came down from his mountaintop experience, he had just gotten the 10 Commandments given to him, drawn by the finger of God, ready to start this nation off. And what does he find at the bottom? They're dancing around a golden calf. The people were worshiping an idol while he was gone. What about Elijah? When he experienced the fire of God consuming the altar of Carmel, then he orders the slaughter of all the prophets of Baal. And then he goes to the edge of the mountain and he prays for rain, and a 3-year drought ends. Boom, rain falls. And then he gets to the bottom. And word on the street is Jezebel has a hit out for him. And he goes afraid and hides in a cave where God has to minister to him with a still small voice. Why does this happen? It's because the fullness of the glory is not here. We live in a fallen world where sin and rebellion and faithlessness are rampant. We do not live lives of constant glory on the mountaintop. This life is a battle. It is a grind. It is uphill. And furthermore, God's mode of operation tends to be to give you just enough mountaintop to sustain you through the valley. But it is going to require your persistent faith in clinging to him when the memory of the mountaintop gets foggy in your mind. Jesus revealed a powerful picture to these 3 disciples, a taste of the glory, because they would need it when, guess what? Things weren't getting easier after this. Jesus would leave them, he would ascend into heaven, and they would be launched into an era of persecution. And they would need that mountaintop in the back of their mind, a reminder of who God was when times got difficult. And so maybe a good question to ask is, do you need assurance today? Do you need a reminder of who God is to sustain you through what you're walking through? Do you need a boost to your faith? Are you in a slump? Has it been a long time since you tasted even something remotely like the glory of God? Perhaps today, perhaps this text, perhaps in a moment of prayer, God will minister to you. He will strengthen your faith so that you will be sustained as we leave this place today. Because every Sunday, you know this, we step off the mountain. When we pass that little sign as we exit, we go to the mission field and we go back into the real world. And it's in those moments that this, God's word, his power, his people must sustain us through those days to follow. So if you need a faith boost today, let's ask for that right now. Pray with me.